A very good morning to all of you. Let's give it 5 minutes for the rest of the others to join in. Let's start at about 10:05. A very good morning and welcome to our virtual open day for ACCA. ACCA is one of the largest accounting and finance professional body with over 750,000 students and members across 180 countries in the world. The ACCA qualification gives a global recognition for students and opens the door for millions of career opportunities worldwide across all industries. Good morning and welcome to our virtual open day for ACCA. ACCA is one of the largest accounting and many more. It is the only renowned qualification that takes you where you want to go. We now have a short video about ACCA.
A teacher had told me you could do the professional qualification and get the university degree at the same time. So it's like a bonus package. The PSC really teaches you how to be very technical, how to perform, how to present your case. You are able to link your knowledge with your practical experience. So if you're focusing towards going in the corporate world, your professional career, this is a great platform. Having both ACCA and BSc both being internationally recognized, they have a link to Oxford Brookes University, is pretty good. It gives you a great platform to work anywhere. When the employer looks at your CV, the first thing that comes to their mind is this candidate has gone through the entire process and is professionally qualified. Doing the ACCA qualification and then doing your OBU BSc degree is pretty much a no-brainer because it comes hand in hand and might as well get the whole package.
Sargento Pereira is the Deputy General Manager for Finance at Mars Intimates Private Limited, the largest business division of Mars Holdings, one of South Asia's largest intimate apparel manufacturers. She has completed her MBA at the Postgraduate Institute of Management, University of Sri Jayewardenepura, with a merit pass and is a member of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, ACCA UK. She also holds a first class for her BSc in Applied Accounting from Oxford Brookes University, along with a diploma in IFRS, and is currently a Level 3 candidate of the CFA program. Sargento is a multiple prize winner of the ACCA qualification, securing a prize for paper F5, Performance Management, ranking second in the world, and paper P1, Governance, Risk and Ethics, ranking fifth in the world. She was also ranked as the ACCA Top Affiliate 2015, second place in Sri Lanka. Let me now invite Ms. Sargento Pereira to share a few words about her ACCA journey and as to how ACCA has helped her set off her corporate career. Sargento, over to you.
Hi all, good morning. I hope I can be heard and just wanted to quickly check on that.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, great. So firstly, thank you and welcome to everyone who has joined this session today. So why I'm here is I'm going to talk to you a little bit in terms of what you can expect to get out of the ACCA journey, and also relate it to a little in terms of how my journey has been so far, just so that I can share some of my experiences with you. So if I just start a little bit in terms of how I kind of came into this journey. So soon as I was kind of, I didn't wait until I finished my A-levels, but just like all of y'all, I'm sure a lot of y'all must be doing your research. When you're in that O-level, A-level stage, you look out and see, okay, what am I going to do after I finish my examinations? So similarly for me, even when I was, after I finished my O-levels, while sitting for my A-levels, I was also looking out to see දැන් මම මොකද්ද ඊට පස්සේ මේක ඉවරනාට පස්සේ කරන්න කියලා. So when I was doing that, one day we had a career guidance fair in school. I studied at Lyceum International. So in school, we had this career guidance fair where we had different universities and different learning partners who actually came for this career guidance exhibition. So we had the opportunity to go and sit with them and understand what each of their programs offered and what was it that interested us. So mang ඒ fair එකට ගියාම I actually came across a very interesting person who was actually the first person to introduce me to ACCA. I don't know whether he's on the call today, but he's affiliated with the kind of team that's behind organizing this today, who's actually Mr. Ramli. So Mr. Ramli was actually, I'm sure he would have spoken to all of you also. He was actually the first person to tell me about what ACCA was. And I'm so happy to see after so many years he's still there, and inspiring people just like how I was inspired as well. So I did my A levels as well, and when I did my A levels, I actually passed with merit, and I even went on to obtain a scholarship to study at Cambridge University because we studied for our Cambridge A levels, and I did obtain this scholarship. So then I was thinking, okay, should I actually go for this scholarship or what should I do? So even though I studied at an international school, my heart is in Sri Lanka. So unlike most of my other friends, I didn't want to leave the country. So I wanted to choose something within the country itself. So in doing so, something that Mr. Ramli told me actually caught my mind. So what is exactly unique about ACCA? Unlike other qualifications, what ACCA does is it gives you an opportunity within the same amount of time. It's a 2.5 year program. While doing your ACCA qualification, you also get an opportunity to obtain your degree, a BSc in Applied Accounting from Oxford Brookes University. So, ඒ වෙලාවේ මං හිතාගත්තා, do I want to spend 2.5 years to do only a degree, or can I spend the same amount of time to do both a degree as well as a professional qualification? The other aspect to it is if you look at it even from a point of the financial situation, because right now with everything that's going on in the country as well, and even in the global economy, obviously you know that people don't have a lot of resources to spend as well. So whatever resources you have to make sure that you get the best use out of these resources. So when doing that, I was also thinking from a time point of view, I need to invest 2.5 years. I get both a degree as well as a professional qualification. I get to be in Sri Lanka. I get to be with my family. I get to be with my friends. And even from a financial point of view, this made more sense because I get two qualifications now for most, much less than spending for purely one qualification itself. So that was actually what made me start the ACCA program. When we look at the ACCA program, how it is structured is we basically have three levels. We have our foundation level, we have our skills level, and then we have the professional level. So when it came to me, I started my ACCA qualification soon after my A levels, and I was a commerce student. So people would say, one can say, okay, it's commerce, so she's very kind of inclined towards it. But I also had friends who started with me who were more from maths backgrounds, who were more from science backgrounds. But one interesting thing about ACCA is that the program is structured that it ensures your foundation level gives you exactly what you need for the rest of the levels as well. So although I had learned some of the principles in my A levels and O levels, those of my friends who had not covered it actually had the opportunity through the foundation level to really learn and grasp those concepts. Even for me, even though I studied it in my A levels, I mean, it happens to all of us now. So it's a good thing because the foundation level makes sure that you refresh those principles as well. So when you move on to the skills level, things become a little more different because now it's not only about knowledge, it's also about application of some of these principles. So in our skills level, in the skills level of ACCA is where the Oxford Brookes degree is also tied in, because the degree will be kind of, you will need to do the degree once you have done your skills level examinations. So however degree program, Oxford Brookes degree program is designed is you will cover the academic knowledge as part of your ACCA qualification, and then you will get an opportunity to do a research project applying what you have learned in ACCA into a real life context. Again, it's a very practical program because unlike in other degree programs, it allows you to identify a problem. There will be certain topics, but for you to pick the problem you want to study about, for you to pick the company that you want to learn about, and for you to carry out your project. So the unique thing about this collaboration between ACCA and Oxford Brookes is it's not only about testing your knowledge, it's about really testing the application of this knowledge in a real life context. And then when you come to your professional level exams, it takes it again one step higher, because now it's not only a paper-based exam, it's a case study. So you're given a case study and you have to now apply the principles of what you have learned and now try to understand what's going on with this company. So it's a case study, more of a case study oriented approach. So if you take ACCA and the Oxford Brookes journey, the first time that I realized the importance of this was actually when I started working. මං ඒ කියන්නේ ඉන්ටර්විව් එකකට apply කළා රසාව පටන් ගත්තේ when I was only 18 years old. So එතකොට මං ACCA එකවත් complete කරලා තිබ්බේ නැහැ. I had only finished my second level skills level එකයි මගේ Oxford Brookes degree එකත් research project එක මං ඉවර කරලා තිබ්බේ. So when I came and started working, what I realized was what I do on a day-to-day basis is exactly what I did through that research project. You come, you identify problems that are going on, and you have to provide practical solutions to it. So no company is going to pay you for you to come to the company and for them to teach you, right? They will obviously pay you to bring you into the company and for you to add value. And ACCA and Oxford Brookes have designed the program in such a way that without throwing you into the deep end, they give you a platform for you to test it and learn it yourself. So when I started working, when I moved soon from my ACCA qualification into a professional environment, before I had even completed the rest of the exams, I was able to succeed and add value because of the training and because of the exposure that I got through my ACCA and Oxford Brookes journey. So that was kind of how my journey evolved through as a student. And one thing that I really kind of also noticed was when I went to the interview and when I told them, within a period of 2.5 years, I have done my ACCA professional qualification as well as the degree, everyone was obviously surprised about it. My interviewer panel was actually surprised about it, right? Because අවුරුදු ඒ කියන්නේ දෙකමාරකින් degree එකයි professional qualification එකයි දෙකක්ම කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන්නේ ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක මොකක් හරි specialty එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා. So even my interviewer panel was actually quite surprised, and they were asking me about the program that I had done. And that was when I was a student, right? So now I have been at MAS for the last 7 years, and I am now a deputy general manager, and I'm leading 2 teams in the finance division. So එතකොට මමත් දැන් මගේ කියන්නේ job roles වලට candidates ලා ආවම එතකොට මම ඒගොල්ලන්ව interview කරනකොට මමත් බලන එකක් තමයි, do they have a professional qualification as well as a degree? Because what we don't understand is degrees will obviously provide you with academic knowledge and they will tell you exactly the principles you need to know. But what we look for as employers is not only qualified or educated candidates. We also look for candidates who can apply what they have learned and add value to our company. So that's why a professional qualification like ACCA becomes very important, because it helps you to do exactly that. Your knowledge is not limited only to learning about these different concepts and theories. It also tests to make sure that you are able to apply these different concepts and theories. ඒක තමයි මම දකින විදියට ACCA එකේ තියෙන කියන්නේ ගොඩක්ම තියෙන advantage එක. And also if I talk about it, then මම ACCA ඉවර කළා මේ මම පටන් ගත්තේ 2013 වල ඉවර කරේ 2015 වල. ඉතින් දැන් අවුරුදු 6ක් විතර වෙනවා. එතකොට තව එකක් තමයි අපි කියන්නේ ඉගෙන ගන්න කාලේ අපිට ඒව ඔක්කොම මතක තියෙනවා, ඊට පස්සේ ඉතින් ආයි අමතක වෙනවා. ඒක ඉතින් ඔක්කොමගේ තියෙන දෙයක්. But ACCA එකත් එක්ක වෙන්නේ, even after you finish the qualification, we have what is called continuous professional development programs. නැත්නම් CPD කියලා programs තියෙනවා. එතකොට දැන් අපි ඉන්න ඒ කියන්නේ ඉන්න environment එකත් එක්ක ගොඩක් ඒවා මාරු වෙනවා. ගොඩක් අලුත් concepts වෙනවා. අපි ඒ කියන්නේ accounting standards ගත්තත් ගොඩක් ඒවා වෙනස්කම් එනවා. දැන් ඒ කියන්නේ අපි 2020 අවුරුද්ද ගත්තම ඉතින් COVID ඇවිල්ලා ගොඩක් අලුත් ඒවා ආවා. so ඒවත් ඔක්කොමත් එක්ක ACCA දෙන ඒ කියන්නේ knowledge එක ඔයා ඒ කියන්නේ student journey එකේ විතරක් නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ. ඔයා ACCA qualification එක ඉවර කරාට පස්සේ 3 years experience ගත්තට පස්සේ member කෙනෙක් වුණාටත් පස්සේ we have what is called the continuous professional development programs. So every year ACCA will offer you programs to continue to improve on your skills and on your knowledge. So these programs can be, updates in terms of very technical accounting standards, or even introduce you to new kind of concepts that are coming up. Whether it's artificial intelligence, whether it's about machine learning, whether it's about digital transformation, all of these new kind of concepts are also taught to you by ACCA. So it's very important to know. If you take our life, every day we have to learn something new, right? Your learning journey doesn't come to an end just because you finish a qualification. You also have to make sure when you're choosing a qualification, it's something that can provide you continuous learning. Where a program එක ඉවර කරාට පස්සේ you have to be able to continue to stay updated with what's going on in the world. So that is one kind of specific advantage that ACCA offers you through our continuous professional development programs. So everyone has the opportunity to join those programs, and in order to keep your membership, you have to join those programs and kind of keep yourself updated about the knowledge. And that will help you not only with ACCA or your studies, but that will help you in the real life world. Because when there's so many things going on, when there's artificial intelligence, when there's digital transformation, when there's scientific kind of information coming about, data analytics. So it's about how can you continue to add value to your company. So that is basically in terms of how the ACCA program is structured. Obviously, all of you have the opportunity to kind of do a little bit more research, and I invite you, because when you're starting on a qualification like this, මේක ඔයාගේ ජීවිතේ තියෙන ඒ කියන්නේ අවශ්‍යම decision එකක් නේ. So do a lot of research, do a lot of reading. Go on to our ACCA global website, where you will find out not just my journey. You'll see so many different members who have also shared their experience. You can also go through in terms of how the program is detailed, the kind of subjects we cover. Because another important thing is, although we are an accountancy profession, we also make sure we cover other aspects to it, whether it's in terms of taxation, whether it's in terms of law, because all of these areas are important for you to be a well-rounded finance professional. Because what we focus on doing is to make you a professional, not just a student, not just a member. It's about being a professional, a well-rounded professional. So I invite you to log on to the ACCA Global website, where there's a lot of detail in terms of the areas that we cover, the different subjects, how the exams are structured. And I also invite you to speak to our ACCA Sri Lanka office, who can also provide more information. And then obviously you can also engage with the learning partners, premier partners who has arranged this workshop for you today. Because what's also important is, when you are going through this ACCA journey, you need to be able to have support in terms of making sure that you are also connected with a tuition provider who can provide you that necessary support. So I invite you to speak to premier partners also, understand from them how they structure the ACCA program and how they can support you as well. And get all the information, and then make sure you make a very kind of knowledgeable decision. Because what you need to do is, this is a decision that is going to change your life. It changed my life. So I'm going to be very open with you. It changed my life because I did that research. I spoke to that day, when I was in grade 10, during my O-level time, I spoke to Mr. Ramli. Something he said struck my mind, and I went back and I did research. So I invite you to do the same. And speak to ACCA Sri Lanka, speak to premier partners who can provide you with a lot more insight in terms of like I said, the cost structure of it, because that's very important in today's day and age, the time structure, and always make a personal plan, because that's also very important for you. Sometimes what happens is we get carried away and we get distracted, but always make sure that you have a plan of where you want to go, and during which time period. So that has been my ACCA journey, and I think a lot of people who influenced that journey are on the call today here. So they will also be speaking to us in a few minutes. Ekene mata kiyanna ඕනේ දේ තමයි, with the ACCA, it's not only about getting just a qualification. It's about getting a professional qualification together with an academic qualification, and then also making sure you become a well-rounded finance professional. And it's also important to know or other Ganathirne is not going to only impact you for the next 2-3 years, but also make sure you engage in a qualification, or you engage in a degree that can support you for the rest of your life as well, because that is also equally important. So on that note, I'd like to invite you. You've heard my story, but every one of us have different stories, and the reason why I chose ACCA might not be the reason why you will choose ACCA. But I invite you to come forward with us and speak to us, and we can always provide you with more information. But we do hope to see more of your joining with the qualification, because what we are hoping to do as a profession is to really shape the future of finance for tomorrow. Because as professionals, that's why when I'm speaking to you, because I want to be able to help you and for you to join with us to create a better finance profession for the future as well. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and I hope I get to meet you soon as ACCA students who have engaged and chosen to partner with us and take your career forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sajindu, for those valuable and inspiring words about your ACCA journey. And now to move on with the next session. PPIM was established with the view of providing quality ACCA tuition with the best resources in Sri Lanka. PPIM is the only institute in Sri Lanka with the highest number of prize-winning lecturers, with 21 Sri Lankan prizes and 1 world prize. ACCA students are employed 100%. One key highlight is that our management team has a collective experience of over 30 years in promoting the prestigious ACCA qualification in Sri Lanka. Our lecture panel is dedicated and committed to make your ACCA journey a success. Let me now invite Mr. Zian Mohideen, the Executive Director of PPIM, to share a few words.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible and visible? Good morning, everyone. Am I audible and visible? So, can you just give me a confirmation?
Yes, yes.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. First and foremost, thank you very much, Sajindu, for providing some valuable guidance for our students who are right after A-levels, who are trying to set themselves with their career and higher education plans. Sajindu, you're definitely a role model and an empowerment to all the aspiring students who also want to succeed in life just like you. Thank you, Sajindu, for being here today. Right. Students right after A-levels, right now, you're looking for career options. You're looking for the next step in your life where you can be successful, right? That's what you're planning for. And I can definitely vouch that ACCA is the qualification that will take you where you want to go. You get a UGC recognized degree from a top UK university and a professional qualification in just 2.5 years, 2.5 years to get a degree. and a professional qualification. And this qualification is highly recognized over 185 countries across the world, meaning that is your global passport. Wherever you go, you say you're ACCA, you are valued and recognized. At Premier Partners Institute of Management, we have really brought to you the best resources in the country. We've always made sure that we have the best resources to ensure that there is effective learning that happens. We want to make sure that all our students pass in the first attempt. We believe that with the proper resources that we have, all our students will get through in the very first attempt. We are the only institute in Sri Lanka. We are the only institute in Sri Lanka to have a lecture panel with 21 Sri Lankan prize winners and a world prize. Meaning your lecturers are leaders. They have been proven themselves in the ACCA fraternity. They've got outstanding results. You are really going to learn from the real experts who will make you the next set of prize winners, global and maybe local. Your life is a puzzle and you need these pieces to fit right. And we've got the resources with us, which will create a beautiful image for you. In terms of classes, we've got both online and face-to-face classes, making you to study from the comfort of your own home, or you can definitely come here physically, right? And we also make sure that we provide one-to-one attention to students to ensure that they achieve success. Our online classes, right, are very interactive, as our lecturers do keep speaking to students, mentioning their names throughout, so that we believe once again in effective learning and we ensure that we deliver effective learning. Therefore, making PPIM the most preferred choice for ACCA in the island. We also make sure we provide free tutor support to all our students. Now, what is this free tutor support? This is where we try to help our students with difficult areas, which is freely. You're at a class and you have a topic which you do not understand. We bring in lecturers, once again, who will help you with passing through the exams comfortably. We are also an approved approved center for ACCA CB exams from the UK, and we always make sure to maintain our pass rates. Therefore, we give mocks before exams, which is once again absolutely free of charge. These mocks are undertaken under examination timing, under examination conditions, invigilated to make sure that we provide one-to-one attention with your mock results and we guide you towards your ACCA exams. Well, definitely, like what Sajin just said, ACCA is something that is really valuable, and that is going to take you to boardrooms from classrooms. Let it be locally or globally, you will be employed. You have your job opportunities which are limitless, and we, PPIM, have partnered up with several companies in Sri Lanka to ensure you get your opportunities. We currently also have some interviews running throughout this week where when you register at PPIM, you face interviews and set yourself right away in the corporates. Nelson Mandela once said, education is the weapon to change the world. I think, yes, quality education is what is important for all of you. And when it is quality education, ACCA is the right choice for you. I think we also have to change a bit of Sri Lanka than changing the world first, because we are also in a crisis. It is crucial right now for us to pick a qualification where you can also make a change, make an impact in Sri Lanka and across the world. Therefore, knowing the current situation in the country, we've made the qualification, the ACCA qualification, affordable. Shabina, can you share the queue, please? Slide. Just give me a moment. I'm trying to share the. So we've made sure that our qualification is affordable so that even the less fortunate among us will get an opportunity to learn a globally recognized qualification. Therefore, we are the only institute in Sri Lanka, right, to come up with an affordable tuition fee where the ACCA UK registration is completely free of charge. You don't have to pay a single cent for the UK registration. We are going to register you in the UK, which is absolutely free of charge, and you are not going to pay anything. As Sajid said, ACCA has 3 levels, level 1, level 2, and level 3. And the level 1, we've got a 60% scholarship, after which the total cost is going to be 49,900 only. Can I get the slide, please? Can I get the slide, please, Shabnas? This 49,900 includes free UK books that comes from UK, which includes the text and the revision kit. So every subject will have 2 books, so 6 books in total, which is approximately 17,500. You don't have to pay. Our 49,900 also includes free UK registrations, approximately 17,500, which you do not have to pay. So the total that you are going to pay to get the diploma, that to start off the diploma, the level 1 will only be 49,900, which covers about 35,000 of your cost. We are the only institute in the island to ensure that we have a very flexible payment structure for our students, so that we understand, given the current condition, everyone around gets an opportunity to be recognized globally. At Premier Partners, we believe all our students should get through the first attempt, and we will definitely support our students throughout their ACCA journey. We've got our new intake starting from next week, and I welcome all of you on behalf of ACCA and PPIM to be a part of a globally recognized program. Thank you very much for the opportunity and for being here today.
Thank you, Mrs. Zian Wahideen. Today, we also have Ms. Dilani Pereira. She's a business relationship manager at ACCA Sri Lanka. Let me now invite her to share a few words. Dilani, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sadaf, and thank you very much, Premier Partner, for inviting ACCA to address today's gathering. ACCA, Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි සිංහලෙන් කියනවා වරලත් සහතිකලත් ගණකාධිකාරී ආයතනය කියලා. ACCA කියලා කියන්නේ මූල්‍යකරණය සඳහා තියෙන වෘත්තීය සුදුසුකමක්. සජිතු පෙරේරා ACCA member, ඒ වගේම සියන් මොහිඩින් ACCA lecturer. ඉතාම හොඳ පැහැදිලි කිරීමක් කළා. සජිතු පැහැදිලි කිරීමක් කළා. ACCA සුදුසුකම කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? ඒ සුදුසුකම තුළින් ඇය ලබාගත් ජයග්‍රහණ මොකක්ද කියන එක. ඒ වගේම සියන් මොහිඩින් lecturer කෙනෙක් විදියට පැහැදිලි කළා ACCA සුදුසුකම ලබා ගැනීමට තියෙන අවස්ථාවන් සහ ඒකේ තියෙන වාසීන් මොනවද කියලා. ඇත්තටම ACCA ආයතනයේ විදියට මම සමරයිස් කළොත් ඇයි ලංකාවේ ශිෂ්‍යයෙකෝ ශිෂ්‍යාවක් ACCA සුදුසුකම තමන්ගේ වෘත්තීය සුදුසුකම සඳහා තෝරා ගන්න ඕනේ කියලා ඊටාම පැහැදිලි කාරණා කිහිපයක් මට සඳහන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. පළවෙනි කාරණාව තමයි වෘත්තීය සුදුසුකමක් සමග උපාධියක් ලබා ගැනීමට තියෙන එකම සහ පහසුම ක්‍රමය තමයි පහසුම සුදුසුකම තමයි ACCA සුදුසුකම. මොකද මම දැන් සජිත් පෙරේරාත් මේ ගැන පැහැදිලි කිරීමක් කළා. ACCA සුදුසුකම සමග ACCA වෘත්තීය සුදුසුකම සමග ඔක්ස්ෆර්ඩ් බෘක්ස් ආයතනයෙන් ශිෂ්‍යයෙකුට හෝ ශිෂ්‍යාවකට පුළුවන් BSc Honours in Applied Accounting කියන උපාධිය ලබා ගැනීමට. දෙවෙනි කාරණාව නම්‍යශීලීත්වය. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි කියනවා flexibility කියලා. ACCA සුදුසුකම සමග සම්බන්ධ වෙන හැම කෙනෙකුටම මේ නම්‍යශීලීත්වය බලපානවා flexibility එක. ඒ කියන්නේ තමන් තමයි තීරණය කරන්නේ තමන් විභාග කීයකට මුහුණ දෙනවද, මොන කාලෙද තමන් විභාග වලට මුහුණ දෙන්නේ, ඒ වගේම තමන් ෆුල් ටයිම් කෙනෙක් විදියටද ACCA සඳහා ලෑස්ති වෙන්නේ, එහෙම නැත්නම් පාර්ට් ටයිම් ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් විදියටද තමන් රැකියාවක නිරත වෙන ගමන් ACCA සුදුසුකම කරනවද, එහෙම නැත්නම් තමන් සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම වෙනත් උපාධිය කරන ගමන් මේ ACC සුසුකම සඳහා යොමු වෙනවාද කියන එක තමන් තමයි තීරණය කරන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ තමන්ට පුළුවන් තමන්ගේ තියෙන වෙලාව, තමන්ට තියෙන ෆයිනෑන්ෂල් බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එක අනුව තීරණය කරන්න කොහොමද මම මගේ සුසුකම මොන කාලෙද කරලා ඉවර කරන්න කියන එක. තුන්වෙනි කාරණාව තමයි ගෝලීය පිළිගැනීම. ACC කියලා කියන්නේ Global Recognized Qualification එකක්. ඒ සුසුකම එක රටකට එක ප්‍රදේශයකට පමණක් සීමා වෙච්ච සුසුකමක් නෙමෙයි. ACC සුසුකම ගෝලීය පිළිගත් සුසුකමක්. ඔබට ශිෂ්‍යයෙක් විදියට තමන් කැමති ඕනම රටකට යන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. ඒ රටට ගිහිල්ලා ඔයාගේ ඉතුරු සුසුකම ඉතුරු විෂයන් සඳහා මුහුණ දීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් සමාජිකයෙක් විදියට. එහෙම නැත්නම් සම්පූර්ණ ACC සුසුකම සම්පූර්ණ කළාට පස්සේ රැකියාවක් සඳහා තමන්ට කැමති රටකට යෑමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. මොකද ACC කියලා කියන්නේ Global Recognized Qualification එකක්. අනිත් කාරණාව තමයි අපි හැමෝම දන්නවා මූල්‍යකරණය කියන්නේ, එහෙම නැත්නම් ෆයිනෑන්ස් කියලා කියන්නේ ඕනම ශාස්ත්‍රයකට ඕනම ශාස්ත්‍රයක තියෙන වැදගත්ම කොටසක්. මූල්‍යකරණය කියන එක අපිට වෙන් කරලා තියන්න බෑ මේ ශාස්ත්‍රයට අදාළ වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. ඕනෑම ශාස්ත්‍රයක තියෙන වැදගත්ම process එක තමයි මූල්‍යකරණය කියන්නේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් ෆයිනෑන්ස් කියලා කියන්නේ. ඒක නිසා ඔබ ACC වගේ ෆයිනෑන්ස් ක්වොලිෆිකේෂන් එකක් තමන්ගේ වෘත්තීය සුදුසුකම් විදියට තෝරගත්තොත් ඔබ කැමති ඕනෑම ශාස්ත්‍රයක නියැලෙන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඉන්නේ අපි මොකක් හරි සුදුසුකමක් කළොත් එක ශාස්ත්‍රයකට විතරක් කොටු වෙනවා. හැබැයි ACC වගේ සුදුසුකමක් කළොත් ඔයාලට කැමති ඕනෑම ශාස්ත්‍රයක තමන් කැමති රැකියාවක් සඳහා නියැලෙන්න පුළුවන්කමක් තියෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්කමක් තියෙනවා. අනිත් කාරණාව තමයි ACC ආයතනයක් විදියට කොහොමද ඒ සඳහා ලියාපදිංචි වුණු ශිෂ්‍ය ශිෂ්‍යාවන්ට තමන්ගේ විෂය දැනුම පුළුල් කරලා ඒ යාවත් කාලේ දැනුම ලබා ගන්න උදව් කරන්න කියන එක. ඒකට තමයි ACC සමග approved tuition providersලා. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි කියනවා අනුමතලත් අමතර පන්ති පවත්වන ආයතන. approved tuition provider network එකක් තියෙනවා ACC සමග. ඒක ලංකාවේ පමණක් නෙමේ ACC ආයතනයේ තියෙන හැම රටකම රටවල් 180කට අධික රටවල් ප්‍රමාණයක මේ approved tuition provider network එකක් තියෙනවා. premier partner කියලා කියන්නේ ACC සමග සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්න තවත් එක් approved tuition provider කෙනෙක් ලංකාවේ සිටින ACC ආයතනයේ විදිහට අපි හැමතිස්සෙම endorse කරන්නේ approved tuition provider කෙනෙක් සමග සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න කියලා. හේතුව තමයි ඔබ approved tuition provider කෙනෙක් සමග සම්බන්ධ වුණොත් ඔයාලට අවශ්‍ය යාවත් කාලීන දැනුම එහෙම නැත්නම් updated knowledge එක ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන්. මොකක් හේතුව තමයි ACC සුසුකම සමග නිතරම සුසුකමේ වෙනස්කම් updates වෙනවා. approved tuition provider කෙනෙක් සමග සම්බන්ධ වුණොත් විතරයි මේ යාවත් කාලීන දැනුම ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේම ACC පුළුල් දැනුම් සම්භාරයක් ලබා දෙන. කියන්නේ විෂය දැනුම පමණක් නෙවෙයි පුහුණුව ethics මේ හැම දෙයක්ම ACC සමග සම්බන්ධ වෙලා තිනවා. approved tuition provider කෙනෙකුට විතරයි මේ අපි කියන holistic දැනුමක් ලබා දෙන්න හැකියාවක් තියෙන. ඒක නිසා ACC ආයතනයේ විදියට අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ඔයාලා ACC මේ global network එක සමග සම්බන්ධ වෙයි කියලා. සම්බන්ධ වෙලා premier partner වගේ approved tuition provider කෙනෙක් සමග සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න. එතකොට ඔයාලට අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ACC සුසුකම ඉතා පහසුවෙන් සහ ඉක්මනින් සම්පූර්ණ කිරීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
Thank you, Dilani. Thank you. Let me now invite Mr. Shihan Hanif, a gold medalist at his University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, who is currently heading several companies in Sri Lanka. Mr. Shihan is also a lecturer for professional qualifications in Sri Lanka. Mr. Shihan, over to you. Due to a technical issue, Mr. Shihan is unable to join the session at the moment. So we will be moving on to the next part of today's session, which will be the question and answer session. So if you have any questions with regards to today's session, with regards to ACCA, with regards to anything that was discussed today, you can share it across through the chat box, and we will be happy to assist you with it. There's a question from Hashil. Hi, can I know what are my career options with ACCA? Right, Hashil. Mr. Zian, can you take over this question?
What was the question again, Sadaf?
The question is, can I know what are my career options with ACCA?
All right. What are my career options with ACCA? Your career options are limitless, right? With ACCA, you can choose what you want to be, right? Sadaf, if you can give me a moment, will you just allow me to share my screen so that I can show our students what are the options available in terms of career? The host, can you please allow me to share the screen? Right, perfect. Like Sajin just said, right? Whenever you want to know something about ACCA, right? All the information is detailed under accaglobal.com, right? All your information is there, right? If you look here, you've got your career options open for you, right? Very simply, if you can go to ACCA Global and log into ACCA careers, you've got all your job opportunities that you have as of today. You can set yourself anywhere in the corporate, let it be UK, Europe, Asia, Africa, or maybe digital, to wherever you want. You've got your careers sorted. And in terms of job roles, you have the option to pick what you want to become. You want to become an accountant? Yeah, there you go. As of today, there's 13,923 jobs available, 13,923 employees waiting for you. You want to get into a business analyst? Yes, there you go. ACCA tries to take you to that one step where you become a part of the C-suite to make decisions, to make strategic decisions in boardrooms, right? You are trying to be a CFO, you're trying to be a CEO with ACCA. So in terms of job roles, there you go. You've got numerous opportunities across the world, and you also have the opportunity to select it sector wise. This is I'm talking about across the world, right? Even in Sri Lanka, if you go get into topjobs.lk, you have access to so many employers waiting for you as of today. So your career options, there you go. You've got limitless opportunities with ACCA. Right? I think that was enough. Yeah, that's
Yes.
fine. Right? Perfect.
Yes. There's one more question. This is if I'm qualified, if I'm ACCA qualified, how much can I earn? Can I pass this question on to Ms. Sajindu Pereira?
Sure, Sada. So I think it's important for us to first of all understand everyone that qualification itself is not going to be the only thing that determines your success. A qualification will be the stepping stone for you to then accelerate and take your career forward. Just like how Zian said, what you will be able to kind of earn and kind of get throughout your career would be depending on the path that you choose. So obviously, I mean, we all have to start somewhere, especially when we don't have much experience. But afterwards, you have the opportunity to go straight up to the ranks, whether you want to continue in finance and go up to be, a finance controller, a finance director, a CFO, or even if you take a different perspective, whether you want to kind of maybe move into a legal side of things as a consultant, a legal director, or whether you want to maybe move into the business side of things, whether you want to move into a role like a chief information officer, or in terms of data or digital analytics. So again, all of what you will be able to earn and make will be purely dependent on the value proposition that you are able to create as a professional. And ACCA will give you the tools to build that kind of personality and that value proposition for you. So you can obviously start your career, you can start wherever you are able to pitch, but remember, there is no limit to how much you can earn. So I can't kind of give you in terms of value saying this is what you can, because it's all open to you. It's about how you make it work for yourself, and also in terms of the role and area that excites and interests you. But one thing I can guarantee is that it will make sure that you are able to get ahead both financially as well as professionally.
Thank you, Sajindu. There's another question from Shamina. Can a student who is joining physical classes join the online sessions if he or she is unable to join any physical classes? Yes, if you're unable to join any physical class, you can join the online class as well. This question is from Kavin. Are there any specific days which the exams will commence for each level, or can we select a date we want to sit for an exam? Can I pass this question over to Mr. Zian?
The question was, are there any specific days which the exams will commence? Yeah, all right.
Yes.
So like Sajindu said, right, ACCA has 3 levels, level 1, level 2, and level 3. When you do your knowledge level, that is your level 1, your exams are on demand, meaning you can sit for the exams whenever you want. You want to sit for the exams tomorrow, you simply will have to book for the exams, and you can do it at PPIM's exam center. We've got the exam center here, but you can come and sit for your exams here. And also the awarding body is ACCA. We do not, there was a question that came up personally. We do not issue any certificates. The awarding body comes from, all your certificates comes from ACCA UK. So the credibility and recognition is very, very high. And another question that I got personally from a student is, do I have, okay, I've studied in Tamil medium. Will I be able to study ACCA? Well, if you ask me if language is a barrier, right? I know of so many students who've come from different backgrounds without proper English communication and excel really, really well with ACCA. If you ask me if language is a barrier, no, language is not a barrier at all. ACCA itself is a language that all of us will have to study, right? So it's more about accounting, it's more about finance, and it's not a language where you come from a different language like Tamil or Sinhala or any other languages and you're going to find it difficult. No, that's not the case. And at PPIM, we will definitely support you. If you have any problems in terms of language and understanding, we will guide you throughout your ACCA journey, as we have done in the past.
There's one more question from Lena. How will PPIM support me before doing my exams? Mr. Zian, if you can take this question. Yes.
How will PPIM support me before my exams? Well, your program, if you start right now, your diploma is going to be approximately between 4 to 6 months. So once during your diploma, there will be 3 mocks that we will have, right? That will be, if you're online, it will be held online, and there will be an invigilator who will monitor you. If it's physical classes you opt for, then it will be it will happen at PPIM, right? After every mock, we will evaluate your results and we will communicate to you one-to-one as to what you have to do and what are your difficult areas that you need to work on. And based on that, once again, like I told you, we will give you free tutor support to make sure that you are comfortable with those difficult areas. before you do your exams, you will sit for a mock under exam conditions at PPIM's exam center. There, based on your marks, our expert committee will advise you if you are fit to sit for the exams. So that is one reason why we've been maintaining super pass rate throughout our ACCA papers.
There are two more questions. One from Kavya, she says, could you please explain the cost structure for the course? And one from Samodya, where she wants to know the payment structure for the second and third stages for PPIM.
All right, currently in terms of cost structure, what we have is we worked out a model where in level 1, there are 3 papers, right? For 3 papers, if a student scores above 85 for any 2 papers, right? I know for a fact that Sajindu scored 100, if I'm not wrong, for one of the papers. So if a student scores more than 85 for any 2 out of the knowledge level papers, this student will be eligible for a 100% scholarship on the course fee at PPIM. So approximately what will happen is the student will only have to pay the exam fee, which will be about 400 to 500,000 over a period of 3 years, where you get your ACCA qualification. Plus, for the Oxford Brookes University, you'll have, for the Oxford Brookes degree, you'll have to submit a research project, which is less than 100,000 that you will have to pay plus the mentor fee. So you get a degree, you get your professional qualification at almost the same cost.
There are 2 more questions which are quite similar, Mrs. Zian. This is about the fast track batch that we are about to commence. Can we know about the fast track learning in the first level?
The fast track batch is a special program that is designed for students coming after A levels, where they get the diploma within 4 months. So the program will run for 3 months. The classes will be on during the weekdays. We've got online and face-to-face. Students can pick as per their convenience, right? Now, let's say if they want to do online this week and next week physical, that's not a problem. You're welcome to Premier Partners. You can come, you can visit us, not a problem. You don't have to pay anything extra. All what's going to happen is after this 3 months program, you will be able to complete your exams and get the diploma from UK.
There's one more question. What about the AAT exemptions for ACCA, and how about the exams related to that?
I think if you can redirect direct that question to Shihan Hanif, it will be good, because he's been a AAT lecturer as well.
Right, Mr. Shihan, are you with us?
All right, since Shihan is not available, let me take up that question. That's fine.
Okay.
What about the AAT exemptions in ACCA, and how about the exams related to that? Okay, if you are AAT qualified, once again, what happens is you get up to 4 papers exempted in ACCA, and all what you have to do is you can directly get into the skills level of ACCA and opt for the degree just in 1 year.
Excuse me. Zian?
Hi, Shian. You're in. Shian is
sorry, guys. For AAT students, I can say if you are a AAT student and if you have completed AAT, one of the best options available would be ACCA, because there are many reasons, right? Since you have completed the basics of accounting from AAT, you either can do chartered CIMA or ACCA or any other professional qualifications, right? So one of the biggest advantage here we have is the exemptions and the waive off of exemption fees, and also you get a degree from this, okay? And within a short time, you can become an accountant and you can complete your bachelor's degree plus the professional qualification. right? So nowadays, the trend and most of the students they used to follow ACCA, right? So any questions related to AAT and you know anything from my end? Yes, you can ask any questions. Yeah. So if there is no more question, I will.
Thank you, sir. I will redirect if there is any question. There's one
Yes.
more question from Tufa. The students who follow online, will the exam be physical or face-to-face in PPIM or online? Mr. Zian, can I pass this question over to you?
Yeah. Students who follows online should join the exam face-to-face in PPIM. Yes, your exams, of course, you will have to visit PPIM, the real exams for you to do. However, the online exams will be done virtually invigilated. And I've got a question to my personal chat. So I'm after AAT intermediate. So what can I do in this case? If you're after AAT, basically what happens, you can still start the skills level. Your knowledge level, a paper will be, there'll be two papers which will be exempted. You'll have to sit for one exams. In terms of finance, that is a very cost-effective model for you as well, for you to start skills level. Because if you start skills level right after AAT intermediate level, what will also happen is that you, once completing the skills level, you become a AAT member as well, if you have the required experience. The same student wants to know, can I know if the scholarship exams of 2 subjects applied on a student who takes the exemption of AAT? I think the best person for you to help you with that will be Mr. Ramli. So please share the hotline number, Sadaf, with the student so that the student can get in touch with Mr. Ramli to provide further support in relation to that query.
All right, I have shared a hotline number on the chat box. So if you have any clarification with regards to how the scholarship works, how classes are going to work, and if you have any queries with regards to today's session, you can get in touch through our hotline number, which I have shared on the chat box right now. And please also note that the classes for knowledge level will commence from next week onwards. For the fast track batch, the classes will commence on the 22nd of March, that is the Tuesday, next Tuesday. And for the part-time batch, the classes will commence on the 26th of March, that is next Saturday. During this week, we will get in touch with you to provide further information. In the meantime, if you have any queries or any doubts, you can always get in touch with us through our hotline, which I have shared across the chat box. Or you can also get in touch with our WhatsApp, our hotline WhatsApp, and we will be able to assist you for any clarifications, and we will be glad to help you. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Thank you to all our experts, our guests who joined today's session to share their inspiring journeys. Thank you so much for everyone, and have a good day.